Hi, I'm Trevor Smith, PDGA number 93605, amateur player out of Corbin, Kentucky. And today I'm going to give you my in the bag just for the fun of it. Start with the bag itself. It's the Pound Disc Golf Octothorpe. This is a 2016 Octothorpe. I've had it since 2017. My buddy Jordan hooked me up with a good deal on it. But yeah, really comfortable bag. It doesn't have feet on the bottom of it, which means that it conforms to the shape of your back instead of it just wedging into your back. It actually conforms to the shape of your back. Super light bag, super comfortable. Big fan of the Octothorpe. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get into the discs. First disc we're going to get into is the putting putter, the DX AVR. Been putting with DX AVRs since pretty much since I started playing disc golf, and I've always really enjoyed the feel of the AVR. The release feels clean. I like the DX plastic because it's pretty stiff, but it's not too rigid, and it doesn't feel floppy. I don't feel like it's like I used to have an R Pro AVR. It felt like it was like heavier on this side. I wasn't holding it, and it wasn't the side I was holding it on. So I really like the feel of the DX AVRs. I like the feel of the DX plastic for putters. Rotate these out about every 6 months or so. So that they don't get too worn. Getting into the throwing putters, I've got the Pure, the Octo Pure, and the Gold Line Burst Pure. Big fan of the Pure. Probably the disc that I throw the most, other than the AVR. Pure comes out of the bag very often because I use it for approach shots, short drives, because it can do it all. Very true disc. If you want to hyzer with it, it'll hyzer. If you want to throw it straight, it'll go straight. If you want to anhyzer it, then it will anhyzer for you. But it won't bail you out. Pretty much, this disc lets you trust in your form, and if your form is good, it'll do good things for you. If it's not, then you'll be hurting sometimes. Other throwing putter mold I've got is the Zone. My friend Charlie Brown turned me on to the Zone. Sold me this Z-Flex Zone, and they got me this ESP for Christmas, which I did appreciate very much. Zone, it's a beefy putter. Pretty much always going to be going left, no matter what you really do with it on a back end. I use it forehand approach shots, overstable approach shots, short overstable drives. This ESP doesn't fly quite like a Zone. Definitely flies like an overstable putter, but not quite as beefy as a Zone. But I keep it in there because I can throw it farther. Only one mid-range mold. It's gonna be the Buzz. 2 ESP buzzes. The first run Paul Macbeth from last year, and just the swirly Buzz. Big fan of the Buzz. Kind of like a Pure with a truer flight, a little bit more reliably finishing left, but big fan of the Buzz. I can throw it a little farther than I can throw the Pure. I can count on it to give me a slight left finish. And big fan of the Buzz. That's why it's the only mid-range I can throw. I can throw good hyzers with it too. Getting into the fairway drivers. First fairway driver mold is going to be the Leopard 3. No F7s in the bag right now. So I got these 2 Leopard 3s. They're the newest discs in my bag. You got a Star and a Champion. Leopard 3, so far, the Star one feels pretty flippy out of the bag, and the Champion one feels pretty stable. So I'm still testing them out, seeing how long they're going to be in the bag, what I'm going to do with them. Getting into the FDs, the go-to fairway driver for me for the last 2 years. I got the G-Line FD and the Color Glow C-Line Nate Perkins Night Strike FD. Yeah, it's kind of like a Buzz, a little longer, a little less overstable, real glidey. Big fan of the FD. Throw it. Turnover shots. It's the most dependable turnover fairway driver I got in the bag. I don't know what the Leopard 3s will do on a turnover yet, but right now I love the FDs for turnovers, hyzers, and straight shots. In the woods, anything 250 to 280 feet, I love throwing the FD. Next fairway driver mold is the T-Bird. I love the T-Bird. Such a consistent flight. It's been around for so long, and there's a reason it's been around for so long, just because they've always been so consistent. Consistent, straight flight, overstable finish. For so many years, people have thrown T-Birds, and there's a reason why. And I'm a big fan of the T-Bird as well. The Undertaker. Undertaker's like a longer FD for me. I throw the Undertaker if I can't get where I need to go with the FD, or if I need it to finish a little bit more left than the FD would. Undertaker's a little bit more overstable, but it flies for me like a longer FD. I guess I expected it to be a little bit more overstable than what it was, but then I kept it around because once I figured out what it actually was, I really liked having a longer FD in the bag. Been bagging Thunderbirds forever. This is just a champion Thunderbird. I traded Randy Blythe something for it. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, this champion Thunderbird, like the T-Bird, a little bit consistent. Real consistent flight. Get a little bit more distance out of the Thunderbird. The last fairway driver mold I've got in the bag is the Felon. Super beefy fairway driver. Pretty much can't get any distance on this thing at all. I'm a big fan of the Felon for headwinds. It'll make the headwind look like a real chump. So that's what I like the Felon for. Forehand shots that we really need to get right, and super short dog legs where you're throwing more left than you're throwing straight. That's what I like the Felon for. Getting into the distance drivers, only 3 distance driver molds in the bag today. The first one is the Shrike. It's 2-star Shrikes, 171. 17 Corbin Open Shrike was my max distance disc for a long time, but it's really flippy now, so I only throw it for I only really throw it for shots that are anhyzers or in a tailwind. Star Shrike really feels good for max distance straight shots. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. Next fairway driver mold is similar to the Shrike, but a little bit more dependable. When you turning it over, you got the DDX. C-Line DDX is this one is a little bit flippier than this one. This one, if I've got a headwind, but I still think I can handle the headwind, I'll throw it. This one, DDX, pretty much for max distance shots that finish left. Yeah, become real. This DDX has gotten a lot more use over the last year or so since I've had it. Last mold in the bag today is the Star Destroyer. I got a Macbeth Destroyer and a 2018 Lawrenceburg Tournament Series Destroyer. This one's the go-to for max distance fairways, max distance forehands, which is about 250 for me. And this one is the go-to for headwind shots that I actually want to try to throw for. Yeah, 2-star Destroyers. I mean, there's not too much to be said about the Destroyer that everybody said. It's the often imitated, never quite duplicated disc that the pros love for max distance, and I love to throw into headwinds. Not too much left to show in the bag. Do-Fly towels. This was a Snap Together Mini. My buddy Charlie Brown, he used to have the other half. I haven't seen him use it in a long time. He may or may not have lost it, but I stayed true. tag. Oh, how did this happen? Pencils. And what else we got? We got Prodigy hand towel. Forgot that was in there. And disc retriever. Never know when you're gonna throw one in the water. Throw one in somewhere else you not gonna want to get it. And last, you got to have your birdie bag. Especially when playing in the rain, especially when playing in tournaments, you gotta trust that your birdie bag is gonna keep your grip secure. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Yeah, laters.